Hey, how's it going, everybody? Everyday Zach here, and today I'm doing a review on the Orpaz G19 light-bearing holster, allegedly compatible with light laser sights and optics for the Glock 19. All right, where to start with this? This is the second time I'm taking this video because the first time I rambled on and I was really irritated because I really wanted this product to be good, and it's not, and that really bums me out, and I'll tell you why. Let's start with the obvious, and that's these little paddle style belt clips that most gun manufacturers will put into their kits when you first buy a firearm. These things are a joke, and I understand why they put them in there. It's just to, for the person who doesn't really have the money, they can have at least something. I never recommend using these things. They're not safe at all. They move around too much. They're just a really bad idea. And secondly, these ones here are a little bit more secure because you put the belt through them. As long as you have a thick enough belt, wide enough, I should say, these should be pretty good. I have used these before, and it was just to get me by, but they will do what you need them to do. That's not the reason I'm upset about these, though. The reason I'm upset is because of this little locking mechanism here. On the back of these holsters, they have this little cutout here that was designed to fit this and to screw in, and I have that upside down. So you put a screw here and a screw there, which is fine. 2 is enough to get the job done. I prefer 3, but 2 is enough to get the job done. The thing that I don't like about it is if you want to use any other adapter with this, for example, a quick disconnect like I have on most of my firearms, this thing here just goes on, and then so this would actually go on here. That way I can pull this holster off and put it on any other of the female ends like this here, and this just goes in like this and clicks into place. And you pull these 2 tabs up and rotate the firearm, the holster, and it comes out. The problem is these holes here are not the same size as any of the holsters I've ever seen. They're different sizes. No matter how I try to turn this, they're so close together that it won't fit this at all, or any of my other adapters. And that's really kind of depressing. The other thing is, this one here has threads, that one doesn't, and that one doesn't. So it came with 2 of them not even threaded. Very poor quality inspection here. Also a negative is the release. This is so far up on the firearm that when you go to extract your firearm from your side, look where my thumb sits. Now you may think, oh, that's not too bad, but when it's on your side and you're going in for a grab, you go with the tip of your thumb, but you can't get, look how far I don't know what this thing is called between your thumb and your forefinger, your pointer, but that should be straight up on the ducktail there. I shouldn't have to reposition my hand after I pull the firearm out. That's not good. Also, when I'm pulling up, my middle finger here rests on this part of the holster, and when I pull the firearm out, look how I have a space in between the trigger guard and my middle finger. Again, I have to readjust. If you're in a firefight, that could be life or death. If you have to readjust your grip to get rounds on target, that's not good. As well as you got a good grip, you put your firearm in, bam, pinched. Now I have to move my hand out of the way to get the firearm in. It's such a poor design, these 2 with the firearm, at least a Glock. I'm really unimpressed with it. The things that I do like about it, the size. I do like the size of the holster, and I love the magnet in the front because it does that magnet works incredibly well. Even having this thing loose, it keeps dirt and dust out of the front of the barrel, but this thing is not coming out at all. I mean, it takes some effort to pull this thing out. And that's the other thing that's the problem too, is when it takes that much effort to pull the firearm out of the holster, you want a good grip on your firearm. And if you don't have a good grip on it, you pull that thing out, it's not a good grip, you throw that thing across the room. I know that's a little exaggeration, but poor execution of the release and the magnet combo, especially with the form factor of your hands. Couple that with the poor design choice of the style of mount and not having the same size as everybody else on the market for their hold distance makes this holster a no-go for me. I will be returning it. I'm very disappointed in it. For the price that I bought it, it really shouldn't be so bad. The other thing that I have a big issue on is all the screws they give you are Allen wrench. So all these screws, they're an Allen wrench. So why not a regular Phillips like everybody else has? Phillips. Why do Allen wrench? Why do you want to be different? It's not a good different, you guys. If the makers of this brand, this is stupid. Allen wrenches, stupid. Do what everyone else does. Use Phillips screws. No one wants to buy a product that they have to have a bunch of different tools for. That's why everybody on the market, for every single other manufacturer that I've ever had their holsters, has Phillips. Blackhawk, Safari, everything has Phillips. Here's T-Rex arms. Phillips. The things that I do like is, like I said, the size of the holster itself is very, very small. I do like that. I also like the fact here, let me grab the Allen wrench. And if we unscrew these Allens, you can actually tighten that up, which this is not going to fit your Glock now in any means. And I was like, at first when this happened, I was like, oh hell no, did they send me the wrong one? And then I realized you have to adjust it out, which I do like that. That's pretty cool. So you put your firearm in and say that your Glock has a different light on it and it's, you know, a little bit loose, you can tighten that up on it and have it work. Now this light's way too big for it to be closed that much, and now I doubt I'm going to be able to get this open, which is wonderful. Maybe. See, this is another problem. You're watching this as I'm doing it. Issues upon issues upon issues. So I like the idea. I hate the execution. I don't recommend this to anybody. If you want a good holster and you're having a hard time finding one for the TLR1, if you have the TLR1 specific, Omnivore makes this phenomenal. Well, this is Blackhawk makes it, but it's called the Omnivore. This one is the TLR1, TLR2 specific. So this actually goes off of your light and not the firearm. So I could put any type of firearm in here as long as it has the rail for the light, and as long as you have that, it'll fit. So that one's pretty good. You know, guys, I think that's it. The biggest, you know, like I said, my biggest complaints is the way that the retention works here to keep the firearm in is way too high. The design of the mount is terrible. These feel pretty good quality. I'd trust these. Well, this one, I wouldn't trust this. Comes with a little adapter if you want to bring it off of your side a little bit more. So that's cool. That's okay. I like that they did that. I'd like to see different size ones of these if they're going to do it, not just one thickness. If you're going to put in a spacer in there, put different size spacers. Orpaz, if you're watching this and you fix the issues that I have with it, please let me know. Send me one and I'll review it and do another video. Other than that, you guys want a really good holster and you're looking for something inside the waistband, I did a video on T-Rex arms. This thing I have used for many of months now, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. The only reason I wanted to go to an outside the waistband one is when I'm working in my yard, bending over and stuff. This thing digging into your groin and your stomach when you're bending over, really, really, really uncomfortable and causes bruising. Just to let you know. But it has to be one of. I'm gonna have to say this is my favorite inside the waistband holster I've ever had used. What an enjoyable holster. It's just been an absolute pleasure to use. So grab yourself a T-Rex arms. I'll leave a link for them in the description below. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. There's a lot of different holsters that people are recommending me that I'm looking at buying and doing reviews on, and I hope this one comes out pretty good. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below if down below. I need to do it this way because my camera's facing weird. But yeah, down below, let me know if you want to if you want any holsters to be reviewed. So this is an Amazon holster, by the way. Found this on Amazon. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.